Good morning and welcome to Morning Bro, your July 27th, 2026 sports update. On today's show, first in cycling, Slovenia's Tadej Pogačar seals a historic fifth Tour de France, while Dutch star Mathieu van der Poel snatches the final stage in Paris. Second, in darts, 19-year-old Luke Littler demolishes Gerwyn Price to go back-to-back and shred the record book. Third, in athletics, America's Noah Lyles pulls up mid-race, and a college kid steals the 200-meter crown. Fourth, in tennis, 18-year-old Austrian Lily Tagger lives out a fairytale in Prague. And finally, in sumo, Ukraine's Aonishiki survives a wild three-way playoff for a third Emperor's Cup. There are must-watch highlights for most of these, and the links are all in the show notes. Before we get into it, the full write-up and every video highlight are free to subscribers at morningbro.substack.com. Let's get into it. First up, cycling and the end of the road in Paris. Slovenia's Tadej Pogačar, the yellow jersey, rolled onto the Champs-Élysées to clinch his fifth Tour de France title. At just 27, he joins Eddy Merckx, Bernard Hinault, Miguel Indurain, and Jacques Anquetil as the only riders ever to win the Tour 5 times. Belgium's Remco Evenepoel was second overall, more than 6 minutes back, with 22-year-old Mexican Isaac Del Toro third. But Pogačar wanted the stage win to go with the crown, and Dutch Classics king Mathieu van der Poel had other ideas. On a rain-slicked final circuit, cut to just under 90 kilometers because police had been sent south to fight wildfires, Van der Poel attacked over the cobbled climb of Montmartre, towed Pogačar clear, then held off the chasing sprinters to win on the most famous avenue in cycling. What a way to close the biggest race on Earth. Next, darts, and a teenager playing a different sport to everyone else. At the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, 19-year-old defending champion Luke Littler thrashed former world champion Gerwyn Price 18-9 in the World Matchplay Final, going back-to-back. And he didn't just win, he rewrote history. Littler averaged over 111 in the final and across the entire tournament, obliterating a 16-year-old scoring record set by the great Phil Taylor. He threw 12 maximum 180s in the final alone and sealed the 225,000-pound title on the bullseye. He averaged over 109 in every single match of a perfect week. The kid isn't the future of darts anymore. He's the present, moving on to athletics and a cautionary tale in New York. 2 days after blitzing the 100 meters, America's Noah Lyles, the reigning world champion, came to the U.S. Championships chasing the sprint double. Instead, he felt his hamstring grab coming off the turn in the 200-meter final, threw up his hands and jogged home, a rare loss over his signature distance. Into the gap stepped 22-year-old Garrett Colland, a college star from USC who powered to victory in 20.04 seconds. That made him the first collegian to win a U.S. 200 title since 2008. Lyles insists it was only cramp, a small mercy in a summer with the World Championships on the line. And finally, 2 more. First, tennis. Remember the name, Lily Tagger. The 18-year-old Austrian, ranked outside the world's top 70 just a week ago, beat Ukraine's Daria Sniger 7-6. 6-2 to win her first tour title in Prague and become the youngest player in the top 50. It looked shaky early. Sniger raced 5-2 ahead in the opening set, before Tagger stormed back, edged the tiebreak, and pulled away behind 9 aces. Along the way, she knocked out former Wimbledon champion Barbora Krejcikova. And she does it all with a gorgeous one-handed backhand, a stroke the sport had almost written off. And second, sumo, where the Nagoya tournament saved its wildest act for the final day. Ukraine's Aonishiki, one of the sport's brightest young stars, carried a 1-win lead into the last day, only to be shoved clean out of the ring in his final bout. That threw the title into a 3-way tie at 12 wins to 3 with Japan's Adamifuji and Mongolia's Kirishima. In the playoff, Aonishiki dusted himself off, took revenge on Adamifuji, then outmuscled Kirishima to claim his third Emperor's Cup, remarkable for a wrestler who fled his home country during the war and only debuted in Japan in 2023. And before we go, yesterday's answer. American great Maya Moore holds the record for being named WNBA All-Star Game MVP in 3 straight appearances, in 2015, 2017, and 2018, with no game held in the Olympic year of 2016, the most in a row by any player. Now for today's question, Prague champion Lily Tagger has been celebrated for reviving the rare one-handed backhand. Who was the most recent man to win a Grand Slam singles title playing with a one-handed backhand? Be the first to reply with the right answer for the bragging rights, and I'll have the answer for you tomorrow. That's your Monday. Every video highlight lives in the newsletter. You'll find it free at morningbro.substack.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back tomorrow with another lap around the sporting world. Take care, bro.